Okay, hello everyone. A very good evening to one all present in today's session. My name is Dipanvata and I welcome you all on behalf of Careers 360. For today's session, we have our experts with us, Prabha ma'am and Varidhi ma'am, who will be taking you guys through a detailed presentation and sharing all the information about the All India counseling process. Meanwhile, please make sure that you keep your videos turned off so that there is no distraction during the session. Also, we will have a Q&A round after the presentation. So in order to ask a question from our experts, all you need to do is raise your hand using the reaction button below your screen, and I will ask you to unmute yourselves, and then only you can ask your question. Also, please keep your questions to the point, be specific with your questions. Try to ask only one question so that all of you get a chance to ask your questions from our experts. So, ma'am, can you please take it ahead from here? Ma'am, you're on mute. Give me a sec.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hi, everybody. My name is Varidhi, and I'll be first running you through a small presentation, after which, as Dipanvita said, you can put forward your questions to us. So I will just need a second to share. Dipanvita, is this visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So the contents of this presentation would be a few updates, then the role of the MCC, that is the Medical Counseling Committee, then the step-by-step registration process, then the registration and the counseling process, then what are the changes or modifications in the counseling scheme, the fee to be paid at the time of registration, the documents required, and some of the frequently asked questions. So coming to the updates first. So the MCC has started the registration process for round 1. Then the online registration process for Chhattisgarh NEET counseling has started. Then the registration process has started for Jharkhand NEET UG counseling, and the last date to register is the 26th of January. Then the choice filling has started for Punjab NEET UG counseling. The admission schedule has been released for Goa NEET UG counseling, and the UP NEET UG counseling process has also started. So the role of the Medical Counseling Committee in NEET. So the Medical Counseling Committee, or the DGHS, that is the Directorate General of Health Sciences, will be doing counseling. For number one, the 15% All India quota, 100% of the deemed universities, the central universities, that is Delhi University, Aligarh Muslim University, and BHU, also including the institutional and domicile quota, the ESIC, AFMC, that is Armed Forces Medical College, only the registration part, IP University, 100% of AIMS and 100% of JIPMER, and BSc Nursing only for the 8 central institutes. So the counseling will be conducted in 4 rounds, that is round 1, round 2, the mop-up round, and the stray vacancy round. And the All India quota counseling process is domicile free. So coming to the step-by-step registration process, the first step would be to open the official website, that is mcc.nic.in, and you will see a screen like this. You would be required to click on the new candidate registration button that the arrow is pointing towards. You can take a look at the screen properly. You would then be asked to enter the following details, that is your roll number, your application number, candidate name, and so on. I'm pausing here for a second. And after this, you would be required to log in. After logging in, you will be asked to fill the following details. You will see a screen like this, and all these details, that is gender, nationality, religion, category, and so on, you'll have to fill them. You would be then required to select the counseling that you want to apply for, and you'll have to then pay the fee accordingly. So you'll have a choice of choosing the All India quota or deemed universities or AFMC or whichever one you want to choose. All right. Coming to the registration and the counseling process. the round one. So number one, the main counseling registration will include payment of non-refundable registration fee and a refundable security deposit. Then would come the exercising of choices and the locking of choices. Then would be the process of seat allotment for round one. Then will be the publication of result of round one on the MCC website. Then reporting at the allotted medical or dental college against round one. Now, candidates who have been allotted a seat in round one can opt for upgradation from round one to round two, for which they will have to physically report to the allotted college. Okay. For round two and the mop-up round, candidates will have to do a fresh choice filling. And for the final stray vacancy round, there will be no fresh registration of candidates. What are the changes or the modifications which have been introduced in the counseling scheme? There will be 4 rounds of All India quota counseling. No seat will be reverted to the respective states after the completion of round 2 of the All India quota. Then the unfilled NRI or Muslim minority or Jain minority seats to be converted to Indian national seats after exhaustion of all the eligible minority candidate seats during the mop-up round before reverting it to the respective deemed university. The reservation policy of All India quota for central institutes or universities, as well as the state contributed seats, would be as given. That is 15% of the seats for SC, 7.5% for ST. OBC non-creamy layer, as per the central OBC list, would be 27%. EWS, as per central government norms, would be 10%. And person with disability, horizontal reservation, as per the NMC norms, would be 5%. Then the counseling for BSc nursing seats will be conducted by MCC of DGHS, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, for 8 central nursing institutes. And the online stray vacancy round to be conducted by the MCC of DGHS, again Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, for the central universities or institutes of All India quota of BSc nursing seats. Now the fee to be paid at the time of registration for deemed universities, the non-refundable registration fee to be paid is rupees 5,000, which is the same for all candidates, and the refundable security amount will be rupees 2 lakhs. Now for 15% of All India quota and central universities and all those mentioned here at the top, the non-refundable registration fee would be rupees 1,000 for unreserved candidates and rupees 500 for candidates who fall under the following reservation categories. The refundable security amount would be rupees 10,000 for unreserved candidates and rupees 5,000 for all the categories mentioned here. What are the documents required at the time of joining or reporting at the allotted medical, dental, or nursing college? You can take a careful look. So the allotment letter issued by the MCC would be needed. The admit cards of the exam issued by NTA. The result or rank letter issued by the NTA. Your date of birth certificate, class 10 certificate, class 10 plus 2 certificate, and 10 plus 2 mark sheet. 8 passport size photographs, same as affixed on the application form. A proof of identity, and the category certificate if applicable. Then for NRI or overseas candidates, the following documents would be mandatory. Passport copy of the sponsor and the embassy certificate, sponsorship affidavit, and the relationship affidavit. Some important questions the students often ask. Do I require any documents to get registered online? Yes, you will be required to fill up some of the information that you've given on your application form, which you filled and submitted to the NTA New Delhi. What documents are required at the time of online counseling? Since it is an online process, no documents will be required for participating in online allotment process during the registration. Is there any restriction for filling up the number of choices of institution and courses in the choice filling form? No, you can give as many choices as you wish during the online choice filling. However, choices should be in order of the candidate's preference. There will be a common software for All India quota, deemed and central universities, BSc Nursing, AIMS, JIPMER, AMU, and BHU for filling up the choices. Is it necessary to join the allotted medical or dental college in round 1 to get the chance to participate in round 2? No, there is a free exit. However, if you want to hold the round 1 seat, you will have to physically join the college of round 1 and give upgradation willingness for round 2 at the time of admission. Do I have to fill in choice of college or course to participate in the second round of online allotment process? Yes. If you wish to take part in the second round, you will have to submit fresh choices before the second round. If I lock my choices and later I want to modify or edit my choices, is it possible? Once you lock the choices, it is not possible to unlock the software from the MCC's end. Hence, you would be advised to check all the choices carefully before locking. A few other important questions. If I join the second round of counseling, can I leave or resign to join state quota or a private college seat? Once you join the second round seat, you will not be allowed to vacate from the allotted second round seat. However, if you are allotted a seat in the second round and have not joined the college or the institute in the All India quota or deemed or central universities or AIMS or JIPMER or nursing, you can exit with forfeiture of the security amount. Now, what does exit with forfeiture mean in second round and the subsequent rounds of counseling? Exit with forfeiture would mean if a candidate is allotted a seat in the second round or subsequent rounds of counseling and does not want to join the allotted seat, he or she can still exit with forfeiture, that is losing the security amount that has been deposited. And once the candidate joins the allotted seat, he or she would not be eligible for resigning or surrendering of the joint seat. Thank you. That would be all for the presentation. Deepika, can we start taking questions now, Prabha?
Yeah, but before we start, I'd like to, point out some of the important points that I could figure out this year from the brochure that has come up yesterday. So before we start off, let me give you a clarification about the seats that are there. The All India seats include 15% of all the government colleges seats, except for Jammu and Kashmir. So all the medical colleges which are government owned in the country have to contribute 15% of their seats to the All India quota. All deemed universities give 100% of their seats, except for 4 or 5 deemed universities in Karnataka, which have a seat sharing process with the state government of Karnataka. And AIMS, 100% of the MBBS seats of AIMS will be in here. JIPMER, 100% comes in, but the allotment still has a section or a quota for the JIPMER, the Puducherry Union Territory candidates. So both Puducherry and Karaikal will have a section of the seats. And this was actually there even last year. It's always been there. A certain quota goes to the local. There is a certain, like for Karaikal, I remember 16 some seats were there. So similarly, Puducherry also has a quota. All AMU, when you say open seats, AMU has an internal quota. Similarly, Jamia Millia also has its own internal quota. So open seats are coming from there. 15% on the All India quota seats of ESIC. The others, if they are in the state, they go to the state. And then the 15% of Delhi University, the IP University also are part of the All India quota. For armed forces, Delhi, they come under the IP, and so only 15%. And frankly, Armed Forces College of which is in Delhi does not have any seats in the All India quota. They are open only to the armed forces people. So it's not even open to outside people. One more important thing this year, there has been a notification in March citing that OCI candidates will now be considered as NRI. For this year, they will be considered on par with Indian citizens, and this is only valid for 2021 and 2022. So this is one of the important things that has been mentioned. And deemed universities do not have any reservations. I'm just clarifying this. We always clarify, but again, I thought I should clarify that. And some of the deemed universities may have reservations for Jain or Muslim minority candidates, depending upon the institute. Also, AIMS has a special eligibility criteria, which I actually penned down and pulled it out from the brochure. So while NTA always had said there is an upper age limit. Of course, the thing is under sub judice, so it's not valid, but AIMS doesn't have one. And up till now, AIMS has not given any seat to any candidate with a biotechnology background. So if you're physics, chemistry, and biotechnology, chances are that seat in AIMS may be slightly tough. Again, the eligibility in AIMS is different. While to write NEET, you have 50% and all those things. For AIM, the general category and the NRI students have to get 60%. The SC/ST students have to get 50%, and PWD has to get 45%. And for OBC WS candidates, their certificates that they will be submitting must not be older than 1 year from the first seat allotment date. So these are the important things. The other part is like upgradation from second round to mop-up round is not allowed if you have already gotten a seat, unless you leave the seat. If you leave the seat, then you are exiting with forfeiture. That means you lose the deposit, you lose the security. Then you have to repay again in the mop-up round. Again, you have to apply, and again you have to pay the entire fee. For the stray vacancy rounds, you will not be having any registration or choice filling, or you will not have any fresh registration. Fresh registrations are only for round 1, round 2, and mop-up. I think we can start off with the questions now.
Sure, ma'am. The first question is from Shatakshi. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
So I wanted to ask a question about the priority order. If I put, say, BVMC Pune and DY Patil as my first and second priority, and I meet the cutoff for both of the colleges, will I get the appointment letter from both colleges, or the college that I put it as my first priority?
You don't have a choice in this entire thing, okay? Only one seat will be allotted at any given point of time. 2 seats are never ever given. Point 1. Point 2, your first priority may not be allotted to you simply if there are better people than you with better ranks and every single thing. See, when we say the cutoff and when we give the cutoff, it is the last rank at which the admissions closed. That means it is the cycle of all 3 rounds or 4 rounds or whatever rounds were actually existing till date, right? So when I say 560 is the cutoff, you may have gotten 560 or maybe more than that, but there'll be students above you who may have chosen that college. So chances are that you may not get both, you may get one. That's how it will be. So okay. It need not be in the same order as you think. That is the reason why we ask for upgradation, because if you give, say, 100 choices and you are allotted one choice somewhere down in the middle and you want to get the better college, then the upgradation is for that.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
The next question is from Rajesh Prasad. Please unmute yourself.
So yeah, hello.
Yeah,
so my question was that, do we get the chance for upgradation from after AFMC process?
AFMC is like you have to register here, but then the choice goes from there only. You have to attend an interview process and all that. They will shortlist, and then on, it is not part of the All India process at all. It is purely institute based then.
Okay,
so it's only for registration until shortlisting. Selection again is not the same as shortlisting. If you're shortlisted, you still have to pass the medical examination, which they actually take stock of in a very serious manner, because in the armed forces it is mandatory. And the other thing is that there'll be a small interview test kind of a thing which you have to clear. So that's how it is.
So so can I participate in round 2 after if I get selected in FMC in round 1?
If you in round 1 you don't like the seat, you can always come back, because the second round is open. You just have to you have to fill your choices again. If in the first round, if you don't take a seat, it's perfectly okay. There is no penalty for that. There is nothing. You can come back to the second round and take. From the second round onwards, it is slightly it is actually difficult, frankly. They've tightened up every single bit.
I have one more question that if I during the registration process, if I tick yes on getting a AFMC quota counseling, so in the choice filling, do I get the AFMC choice in during the choice filling, or there is no AFMC choice during the choice filling?
There is AFMC during choice filling. See, first, the process of All India will be like you'll register first. Then you have to give a choice filling. Na? The choice filling is AFMC or every college that you are interested in. So your preference may go like AFMC, maybe Kasturba Medical College, something like that, right?
Okay.
So there you are giving AFMC, isn't it?
So it if I tick yes on AFMC, so there is no problem ना कि बाद में कि हम कॉलेज में को वही चूज करेगा, मतलब AFMC चूज करेगा, उसके ऊपर वाला कॉलेज में रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा.
ऐसा नहीं है ना, आप अगर लोगे उसको ज्वाइन होगे तब तक तो आप ओपन हो. Until and unless you join a college.
तो मतलब इसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मैं AFMC को कर लूं?
हाँ कर लो, बहुत बच्चे ऐसे ज्वाइन होते हैं. आप जब तक नहीं ज्वाइन होंगी, वो सीट आपका नहीं होगा, तब तक वो MCC has no right to stop you from anything.
Okay.
All the rules apply only when you join some institute, right?
Yes.
And when you join even AFMC, you can always give this upgradation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
The next question is from Ishika. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, while I was filling the form for Armed Forces Medical, initial question when we fill the application form was that do you want to participate in it? So I selected yes, and then when I proceeded to check the kinds of counseling I want to do, then the option for Armed Forces Medical was not available to me. I mean, I couldn't click on it, select it. So is that normal? Or,
yes, it is normal. Armed Forces counseling doesn't happen here. That's what I was telling the other girl also who asked me the question previously. Okay. Armed Forces does your shortlisting from here. Your counseling goes directly in the Armed Forces. This is the only special feature for that AFMC.
But it will be available to me when I select the choice.
Yes, it will be, because it's part of the process. But the selection is not part of the process. It's not part like the allotment, right? You have to go back to the Armed Forces. If they shortlist you, they will call you, and then the entire process goes on. And then also selection is like.
Okay, ma'am. Just last question. Because I wanted to apply in the deemed universities as well, but I am pretty sure that for my rank, I will get it in the first round. So I wanted to ask you, if I do not physically go and report myself on the premises, then for the second round, I will have to again fill everything.
Irrespective of whether you have joined the college, not joined the college, or even if you want to upgrade, right? So you've joined the college and you want to upgrade, the second round, everyone has to fill in choices afresh. That's a mandatory thing. It's not like if the first round you fill some choices, you think that will be carried forward. It is not that way. You have to again fill fresh choices in the second round.
Actually the confusion is, Manipal is too far a place for me to go twice. So I was thinking for my rank, I will get it in the second round as well, according to last year's round. So if I get it in the first go in round 1, then can I not go there and again fill the counseling in second process and then probably attend and finalize my seat at that time?
Let me be very understanding about this. You are okay with getting Manipal in the second round, and if you get it in the first round, why do you not want to go and do it?
Ma'am, because I wanted to try for the government seats of my state as well.
Okay. You can actually, but you will lose that first round seat if you.
Okay. So that I'll be taking a risk by not
See, if you
going there.
get a seat in the first round, it won't be yours until and unless you pay for it, right? And then you
So
go
when
and
we
get
report,
it.
we don't have to submit the first tuition fees.
Not really. You will have to confirm this thing, and you may have to pay a small amount for that. So that is
Okay.
dependent upon, yeah. But that still is like if you get an upgradation, you can always opt for that. And withdrawal is also allowed. There is a certain time limit before the withdrawal is allowed, right? So you can also withdraw from the college before that certain time, and a major amount of that money, barring few some thousands of rupees as an administrative expense, will be deducted. So that
Okay.
will not seriously be a risk that way.
So if I get upgraded, then will how will that tuition fee money be transferred
That will
to
be
the other
adjusted.
college?
If you get upgraded and you join in, frankly, when you join in, you don't really have to pay the tuition fee, not all the time. You'll have to just go and
Okay.
report and all that. Sometimes you may have to, but if you do also, that will be adjusted wherever you get. Because when you are getting allotted in the second round, then you will be having to get a clearance certificate from the previous institute and then moving on. So it will be all adjusted out.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
The next question is from Atharva. Please unmute yourself.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, I scored 404 and I can't come under EWS category.
Okay.
Should I allotted the Solon campus or not?
Sorry, I just will have to. So sorry for my dog barking in. Just 1 minute. Give me a minute, please. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Atharva, could you please repeat your question again?
Ma'am, I scored 404 in NET and I come under EWS category.
Okay.
Last year, Solon EWS cutoff is 340 or something like that. Should I will allot with that campus or not? Mahavir Solon. I don't remembering the name of the college, but it is in the Solon.
See, Atharva, I can predict this simply because no time. Every year, these things slightly change. It will always depend upon the number of applications you get. The college will get. So if last year, if it was ending at this, there is not a real guarantee that it will end at this. It is just that it is nearby here and there. It may even go to a higher NEET rank. It may even go to a lesser NEET rank. Either way, you know. So I really can't, but you have a good chance of that. Because if the last year cutoff says that, so it will be around nearby, somewhat like that. So chances are good. That's all I think.
Okay, ma'am. Should I will be allotted with any college at mark 405 or 404?
That I think we'll have to see the college predictor for that. The team here will help you out with it.
Ma'am, ma'am, in last meeting you have said that your coordinator will connect with me, but they not yet connected with me.
Did you send a mail or something? Because here we get a lot of questions. Right.
Okay, ma'am.
Can you just drop a mail? That's what I kept on telling people. Drop a mail at info.careers.com. Tell that you're Atharva and you asked the question in this particular section. And I'll ensure that the questions come in. See, I get 100 mails every day. I try and answer everyone, right? They have promised you I should be, but if you don't, I can't remember. No? So would you drop a mail to info@careers.com and somebody will reply to you. I'll make sure of that.
Sure, ma'am. Sure.
Okay? Yeah. The next one, Dipanvita.
So next question is from Vedant. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, Vedant.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, actually, my doubt was not regarding like All India Counselling. I just wanted to know about the UP Counselling. Like today itself, the registration form has been started, and ma'am, I have already registered for the same. But ma'am, in the it is saying like for the demand draft deposition, you need to go it through off. You need to go offline and deposit it right there. So, ma'am, will I get something like email, or would there will be any rank list that will come out tomorrow regarding like when I have to go at the same nodal center?
I'll just have to check, Vedant, because today is All India Counselling. I haven't yet gotten down to the DD part of it.
Okay.
Can we get back to you on this? I don't want to give you a vague reply.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Ruchika or Dipanvita, can you get somebody to note down the question, please? Yeah? And please drop your email on the chat so that we can get back. Also drop a mail to info@careersys.com right away while we are speaking, so that I'll just get back to you. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Sure. Because I request you to do that simply because, you know, I'd really like to reply, but then there are so many questions and we may misplace any email. So if you just mail it down, I'll positively write it back to you.
Ma'am, should I drop my email in the chat as well?
Better to stop it.
Okay.
The next question, please.
Yes. Next, the question is from Anushka. Please unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Yes. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
If I want to do deemed counseling also, but in the second round, so the fee, should it be deposited for deemed in the first round itself, or is there any option to deposit fee for deemed in the second round?
You can deposit in the second round, because when you choose the choice fillings, when you do the choice and all that, then you will be asked to pay extra.
Okay. Yeah. Even if we have done first round of counseling, we are already registered, right?
Yes.
So if in the next round, if we want to go for deemed, they will allow us to pay for deemed. Is it true?
They should, na. They want students. See, it's not like they won't allow. Why won't they allow? They need you all, na? So they will allow you. So the moment you choose choice filling, the system automatically will ask you, you have to pay extra money, please do that.
Okay, in second round we can pay, right? One more question. If a deemed is allotted, and if we go for upgradation,
in the second round, you may not have any upgradation.
No. I'm asking. Sorry, I didn't clarify. In first round, if I get deemed, and if I want to go for upgradation, then what kind of upgradation will it be like? Can we go from deemed to government? That is what is my question.
You can. Why would you not?
This was not clear.
Depends. The list will be the choice filling,
right?
As in how you get. So depending upon the choice and the merit that you have and the seat that you can be allotted according to the system, you have every chance of.
Okay.
So if that works and according to the system you're eligible, then you will get it. Why should that's the whole point of upgradation. There is no rule that if you don't get, if you get in a deemed, you won't go get in a government college again. It all depends upon the vacancies.
Okay.
What I understand is sometimes somebody has said, okay, I'm belonging to this category, or I'm not. So the seats get interchanged like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the vacancies come in.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, the next question is from Farhat. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, good evening, ma'am. Yeah, actually, I had the same previous question that like for my marks, I've sorted out few colleges in other states where I think I should get. But in case if I don't get there, can I apply for deemed universities in the second or maybe in the mock round? Like now I'm selecting only for All India quota.
Can
Okay, thank you. And
Okay.
one more question I had, like, I wanted to apply for the management quota in Telangana state, but it was showing that only like for state students it is open. So can I be assured that Telangana is an open state? Like, will they open the management quota seats along with the
They have
state
a
counseling?
separate counseling for management quota. They call it
Okay.
category B, and category C is
Yes.
for NRI. Yeah, they will open it.
Okay. So, ma'am, my question was, will they open it along with the state counseling, which will be
I
started
have
from
no
28?
idea. That would be, I cannot predict that. I'm so sorry. As of
Okay.
yet, this counseling only is so delayed. It's 2022. We were supposed to actually, the kids were supposed to join last year. So, yeah, it will happen. Don't worry, it will happen within the month. They were only
Okay.
waiting for the All India quota to come in, no? The All India counseling, and that's the reason now all merit list, every seat allotment will start off.
Like, yeah, like I wanted to know that the category B seats, are they secured or could they be converted for their own state? Like
No,
they will open.
see, the category B seats are for the private colleges. What you must
Yes.
understand is the private colleges need students. No? They need that funding. Unlike the government
Okay.
colleges, which are funded by the government, the private colleges are funded by the students. So they
Okay.
require the students. There's no way this counseling will not happen and it will not be converted into state and all that. That cannot happen. That will not also. And nobody can do that immediately with no prior information or anything like that. It doesn't work like that. So rest assured it'll open. I just don't know when it will, right?
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
The next question is from Anand. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I have applied for EWS after giving NEET.
Okay.
So, ma'am, I was told that EWS category would be asked during registration. But, ma'am, when I was registering yesterday, it was showing only general category. So, ma'am, I left that time. Ma'am, will it ask further for EWS category or not?
So if you have not given in your NEET application form, I'm not very sure whether there is any chance that you can actually, put it inside the All India Counseling.
Okay.
For the states, they do allow that much. I could assure
Yes,
you.
ma'am, I have applied for EWS for state, ma'am.
For states, they should allow you. For the state, they should, because this is the query that had come from West Bengal and other states also, because the state EWS quota is different, So in that sense, like, how do I put it? The states give their own quotas for the EWS. They don't consider it on a national level. So they will definitely have to open that. For the All India,
Okay,
possibilities are less if you have not given that you are an EWS in the start.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Next question is from Vishwinder. Please unmute yourself. Please ask your question, Vishwinder.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My question is about the post-matric scholarship scheme. During Haryana counseling registration, there was an option about post-matric scholarship.
Post-matric is after
What
10.
is eligibility क्या है मैम इसकी?
वो तो पोस्ट मैट्रिक है ना, 10th के बाद वाली मैट्रिक इज इक्वल टू 10. So that is a different thing altogether.
No मैम, इसमें था ऑप्शन.
हाँ, मतलब रेसिपिएंट जो है वो शायद उसके लिए पूछ रहा होगा. इसमें क्या ऑप्शन था आपका?
इसी के लिए था मैं पोस्ट आर यू एलिजिबल फॉर पोस्ट मैट्रिक स्कॉलरशिप, yes or no?
Were you eligible at what? No, post-matric scholarship. Yeah, that's after you complete matric, you can actually apply. That's a national scholarship scheme that is available. It comes from the government of India.
It is only for SC student or also OBC?
I think it's only for SC students, as far as I remember, not OBC. I don't definitely remember it for OBC, but I'll just clarify it because it's been quite some time since I saw the post-matric scholarship scheme. We'll just check it out and get back to you, right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's not a scholarship, Vishwendra, right now. it would have been something that you have applied for on the basis of your metric this thing. You can actually type in post-metric scholarships and check on Google also. You'll go to the scholarship portal and then you'll see the eligibility down there. You can also check it like that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Next question, please.
Yes, the next question is from Abhay. Please unmute yourself.
Ma'am, I want to ask a question about the domicile for Delhi and UP. While I live in UP, I have done my 11th and 12th from Delhi. So will I be eligible for both the domiciles, Delhi and UP both? Like, what is the policy like? Because in Delhi, the domicile application is when you do the 11th and 12th from there. But I'm a resident of
for
UP.
that. For that's not the MySIL. That's actually the eligibility criteria that they want for the Delhi seat.
Yeah.
Right. So Delhi 11th and 12th, if you have done from Delhi, then you will be eligible for the Delhi seat. And UP has its own system. I don't think 11th and 12th they've asked for residency something. I don't remember if I remember correctly. Last one I had. I think you should be eligible for both.
Okay.
Jens had also asked me this, but I think you should be eligible for both.
Okay. And ma'am, how much is the quota or the reservation in UP for the domicile candidates?
See, the government college is 85% and the private college is 100%.
Okay. Okay.
But let me tell you, the system actually works like this. While you still may be the thing, the preference is still always given to the students of the studied 11th and 12th there. So that's how the system will go. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You have the eligibility for both. So.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
The next question is from Sai Surya. Please unmute yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, hello.
Ma'am, my query is regarding the choice filling.
Okay.
Suppose I am filling for MMC, Madras Medical College, Stanley, Bangalore Medical College, like that, in my preference. And at the top, and the other colleges in after that, like at the last, if I am filling for other states colleges, and the person after me has chosen Bangalore Medical at top, and I have chosen it at the third, will he, whether I will get the first preference or he? Since
this is very difficult to answer. You're talking about lakhs of students who are going to actually register. See, it doesn't work like that. It's so many people. It's not just two people that we're talking. It's a very hypothetical example and simple to answer, but well, that particular choice may have been filled by a lakh students. It's a 16 lakh right NEET. Even if you take so many of few lakhs of qualified in that, so all of them will be actually applying for it. So Bangalore Medical College, since All India quota is domicile free, then a lot of them will take it up now.
But my question is how the system works.
The system actually works on the basis of, see, if you go through the brochure, they'll give you the sequence of how it goes. But it works like the choices, your merit, your rank, and your category, right? Because again, the category seats are divided. Huh? So that's how it takes up.
Okay.
And mind you, all NRI and OCI candidates will be part of the general category. So for all the government seats, right? So in the deemed and in the deemed universities, they are considered as NRI, so they get into the management quota. But for the government seats, they are part of this general category. So you will be having more people participating for these government seats if you look at the numbers, right?
Okay.
So, and to get a better clarification, just check through the brochure. They've also given the vacant seats. This time they have actually been much more clear than they normally be. They've given what kind of vacancies also get converted into which category again. So the category
information bulletin is given.
Yeah.
And ma'am, one more question. Is CMC Vellore will take part in All India quota since they have a central pool seats? it will be done through state quota or all India quota?
CMC Vellore is through state, Tamil Nadu state. The
Okay.
central pool, I don't think is through this one. See, there are two types of central pools. Now, normally there are recommendations also. So, which central pool are we talking about? CMC has also those. They also have a specific number of seats for their minority. So, that's how it works. CMC comes under the state.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Next question, please.
Yes, Khushi, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question?
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Ma'am, my doubt was, ma'am, if I get allotted a deemed college in round 1 and I report to the particular college and I say I want an upgradation, will they allow me to do so?
No, why not?
Ma'am, and what will be the time limit? Will it be before round 2? I have to pay the fee, or after round 2?
Normally, I think it is after round 2 only, but then you have to pay the fees, if I remember correctly, when you go to report. Either you'll have to report and pay a certain fee, and then that is adjusted. Let me get back this year. I don't remember how exactly this is being done. I'll just get back to you guys on that.
Okay, ma'am.
We'll just drop a mail to you guys. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, in round 2, suppose I get a seat and I will not take it, will the deposited fee will be refundable, the 2 lakh money,
No.
or it will
No,
not?
it will not. In the round 1, you have the choice. So see, what happens when you say upgradation is you took a college, you joined it, but you're saying I want to upgrade, right? So what happens in the second round is you fill your choices fresh again, right? So if you fill your fresh choices and you're allotted another seat, then this seat that you have gotten will get cancelled and that seat will be allotted to you. So you'll have to shift your reporting to that college and then get going and complete the formalities. Whatever fees have been paid and all that will be adjusted out, right? And since that is the case, most probably you may not have to really pay anything. You just have to inform them and give a commitment that you're joining in.
Okay.
Right. In the second round, if you've already got a seat, you in the second round you cannot keep that if some new seat has been allotted. But if in the second round nothing has been allotted to you, your old seat still remains yours. Mind you, in the second round you cannot exit without forfeiture. It's not a free exit, so you lose all the deposit money. So if you've paid for a deemed university, you lose the entire 2 lakh amount. And if for the government college, 10,000 goes up.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. And ma'am, for mop-up round, the same process will be taking place.
Yes, but if you have got a seat in second round, you will not be allowed to participate in the mop-up round.
Okay,
until you. Otherwise, if you forfeit your fees, then you are allowed to. Which is like hard because 2 lakhs is not an easy amount. No? Why would you leave that and then go back into the mop-up round and then pay another 2 lakhs?
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, in mop-up round, the cutoff will increase, right?
Can't say, but maybe because most of the students try that in the first round I will go into the government colleges and all that because I've got a cutoff which is similar to. And maybe if they are not allotted, then in the second round they try. So in the mop-up round, the vacancies only come because of all this confusion. So what my advice to everyone would be is like, please make a list. Don't rush with choice filling. You still have time. Take 2 days. Make a list of all the colleges that you're sure you want to get into. Don't put colleges that you don't want to go into for some reason or the other, right? Ideally, good colleges, little bit of research you should be doing, and then putting a list, and then use that list to do your choice filling. Don't sit in the choice filling directly without any proper list, and then you will get a lot of mistakes that way.
Okay,
you have to be prepared. It's one chance.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, thanks. Next question.
Next question is from Jangbir Singh. Please unmute yourself.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
My question is that ma'am already told that this year NRI quota and other minor quota will be converted into normal quota during mop-up round and last state round, ma'am.
Yeah.
Will it be?
Yes, it should be. And that's what has been mentioned here also.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. And second one, ma'am, is there any option that I have to apply it only for MBBS, not for BDS?
No,
During
you can
choice
apply for
session?
both in this all India. You can apply for both BBS and BDS because both are
No.
open. There are dental colleges here too. So make a list, like I was telling everyone. Make a list of all those colleges that you're interested in. If you're okay with dental colleges too, then make that as a choice. Yeah, I mean, while filling your choices. So you can make a combination of MBBS and BDS colleges.
Okay, ma'am. One more question, ma'am. I have applied for state quota also. Should I wait for that counseling also, or I should go for deemed?
You can go for deemed, but this is ongoing and that is also ongoing. So if you get in there, you may chances are that you may have to choose between this or that.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Next question, please.
Yes, and next question is from Harmanjot. Please unmute yourself.
Harmanjot.
Please ask your question, Harmanjot. Ma'am, I think we'll move on. Next question is from Akansh. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Yeah.
On MCC, they've given that, they've given dates for All India Counselling and then State Counselling. So the dates which are mentioned under the column of state, is it for the states which haven't started counselling yet, like the dates when it's going to start, or like?
It's just given a generic thing. In fact, most of the states have already started. I don't know what they actually meant by that. This is just a ruling that they have given, that MCC has given, and the states have to follow. What I think is that they should be completing it within this time. But I don't know how far that will work.
Okay, ma'am, because I'm from Karnataka and it's not started, right, the counseling. So I was just thinking if it's going to start on 27th as per MCC, or like, how is it?
No, but Karnataka applications and registrations are ongoing.
Yes, ma'am, like the registration and all hasn't started.
Yeah, they were still waiting for these guys to start now for the merit list and stuff. So now it will go on at a pace.
Okay, so it might start
They'll
on
be
27th.
mostly on par. I can't say whether these state dates that they have given will work or not, because the dates that other states are also doing, I mean, they have started the registration some day back only. So I don't know how far they will do it, but maybe they will be around this. Not much news on that, frankly.
Okay, but they might start sooner or later.
They have to.
Yes. Thank you.
There's always a cutoff date for all colleges, irrespective of which domain or stream it is. For maybe medicine, engineering, for everything, there is always a cutoff date. This year for medicine, it has actually been delayed. Engineering started off, and that was like November, I think, 30th. They had to close off the admission. Medicine has been still extended. So they have a cutoff date before which they have to close the admissions and start the classes. So it will all be done within the month.
Okay, and then sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, and then I had another one, like, will they start politics on the second round, or they'll wait till all the rounds?
I didn't get that.
Like some engineering colleges, they started the college after first round. So I just wanted to know.
Not really. Nobody can start after the first round like that. But yeah, they cannot start until the counseling is completely over and everything is completely closed. So cut off dates for classes. Engineering was only done after all the entire counseling was over, which was by November. So that's the reason why they could. In some states still they are ongoing, so their classes have not started. But yes, for most states, including the national IITs and NIITs, they have. So that applies for all medical colleges too. across states and across the country, they have to close before one date, and then classes start only after the entire counseling is over and everyone joins in. So they give you dates for reporting, they give you dates for coming down to the college and all those things. Yeah, that's how it is. Right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Next question, please.
Roshan, can you please unmute yourself?
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yeah. Now, during that counseling, if we get seat in any round, first round, second round, or third round, any round, I'll just go and report to the college. And after that, if I get seat in state quota and I want to join that college, means what is the procedure, ma'am? Whether the paid money which we have paid some 2 lakh will pay, no? Will it be refunded back to us or will it be
I think
transferred?
I answered that. In the second round and after, you will not be refunded that money.
It will not
Only
be
in the first
transferred
round.
also, ma'am.
The first round only it will not be considered. But
In
if
first
you
round also, if we join, matlab if we report to the college, after that also, if we want to join to that state quota allotted college,
then you lose the money. You will lose the money.
In first round also, ma'am.
Yes. In the first round, if you join and then you get the seat somewhere, then there is a withdrawal date. So before that withdrawal date, if you apply for the withdrawal, then the money may be refunded. But if that doesn't happen and then you still keep the seat and then you get the seat here, because see, this is all is but. You are assuming I will get a seat while this is given. Chances are that may also not happen. So you'll have to be very, very careful about how you use it. So that's the reason why when you are actually pulling up or putting in choices with deemed universities, make sure you want to go. So if it is Kastuba Medical College, I think I would go. So it's a very good college, right? And it's very old, outdated. I mean, outdated in the sense it's a very old institution and established quite. Sometimes has got very good facilities, and Manipal is really very good to go with. So it's a good choice, right? Like that. Similarly, you have proper choices. You know you want to take them, only put that. Otherwise, don't put them in. That's how.
Thank you, ma'am.
Next question, please.
Yes, ma'am, we will take the last question from Rakshita for today.
Yeah.
Yes, please unmute yourself.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, hi.
Ma'am, my question is that if I got allotted in the second round a seat and I want to leave the seat and I want to participate in the mop-up round, will I have to again pay the money and participate in the mop-up round, or else simply I just have to participate in the mop-up round without paying the money?
See, if in the second round you are allotted a seat.
Yeah.
Right.
It's okay.
If you're allotted a seat, then you have to join. Right.
Ma'am, there is no choice that I have. I can't.
You can, but exit with fourth speaker. So you will lose the money. And if you want to take part in the mop-up round, you will have to pay afresh.
Oh, again we have to pay the 2 lakh money.
You have to.
Okay, ma'am. In case if I don't get allotted in the second round any college, then what to do?
Then that money will still be, then you can happily participate in the mop-up round, and that money will be refunded if you are not allotted a seat at all.
Ma'am, the problem is the problem comes when I have got allotted in the second round. Then only the problem comes.
Whenever you're allotted a second seat in the round, then you have that option, or you have that problem of withdrawal and all that. Right?
Okay, ma'am.
Mind you, and everyone who is participating here, if you are, there is no fresh registration, it's a stray round. This year we have 4 rounds, and none of the seats get reverted to the state. Earlier, what happened was any vacancies after round 2 are given back to the state. So, which means the All India quota still has a good pool, which will not be given back to the state. So, the stray round is there, and in the stray round, you are not allowed to register. So, if you register within the mop-up round, then you are fine. You will be able to take part in the stray round, else you will not be able to.
Ma'am, can I freshly register for the mop-up round, only for the mop-up round?
Yes, you can.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we are done today for the session. And I'm so sorry we are unable to take a lot of questions of yours. What I request is please mail down all your questions to info@careers360.com and I'll definitely reply back. Yeah. Thank you so much for this session, joining us for today. We'll have another session. I think you'll be getting a notification from from our department about it. Thank you so much.